Okay, everyone, we are diving deeper into this week's birth series. Today, I'm going to be talking about if your parents wanted you to be a boy or a girl. And you're going to hear me say this a lot. None of this work is to blame moms or dads or anything like that. This work is to help gently unlock those really deep rooted patterns or huge beliefs that we have on a subconscious level that hold us back, keep us in fear, keep us from shining and being who we really are. So, for example, my parents thought that they were having a boy. The way my mom was carrying me, they already had two other girls. Like the doctor's like, yep, you're having a boy. It's for certain. And surprise. So, how your birth affects you, how that has affected me. Now, my mom, she always told me like we just wanted whatever God wanted and blah blah blah, but I it took her quite a few years to tell me like, yeah, we really thought you were going to be a boy. And it even took them a few days to give me a name. And I've always had issues with my name for some reason. Think about it. You're in the womb and everyone thinks you're going to be the opposite sex. It's scary when you're about to come out. It's kind of intimidating when people want you to be something that you're not, and you can feel it like, okay, my birth's coming, I'm about to come out of the womb, and they're going to be so disappointed I'm a girl. And that is something that I still am working on to this day. I am still working on those deeply rooted beliefs that I'm a disappointment as a woman, or my life is a disappointment, or blah, blah, blah. Even to this day, just knowing that, like if your parents wanted you to be a boy or a girl, like when I go to parties or when I hang out with people, I have to take some deeper breaths. I get really weird and awkward when I go to gatherings around people. I always feel like no one's going to want me. I always feel like I'm going to be a disappointment. No one wants to hear what I have to say. And I'm kind of awkwardly shy. Actually, I'm actually really shy. And so sometimes when I put myself in those situations, I just have to let myself know it's okay. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks. I'm wanted just as I am. I love myself. I'm enough as a woman. I forgive myself for thinking that I'm a disappointment. I have to kind of coach myself through. So let's dive a little bit deeper into if your parents wanted you to be a boy or a girl. Possible programming from wrong sex. They might have the thoughts, I'm a disappointment, I'm wrong, I'm not good enough as a man or a woman. They might have confusion and sexual identity. They might be confused, or they might be confused about their sexuality. And let me tell you, you can ask any of my siblings. I thought I was a boy. I am clearly a girl, right? From head to toe. But I used to steal my brother's clothes since the time I was 3 years old. I used to steal my brother's stuff. I would, in school, when you're doing those little bubble fill in the blank test questionnaire, whatever, I hated all that shit. Anyway, I would always put that I was a male, M for male, F for female. Even to this day, when there's those little bubbles, I will almost put an M. I mean, that's how wanted I was as a boy. And I was very confused. And I think I finally gave up trying to be a boy. I was very tomboyish. I finally gave up and started wearing feminine clothes probably 13 or 14 years old. I started, being a girl. So I had huge confusion growing up as a child. Okay, so enough about me. You may resonate with these, you may not. So just take some deep breaths while I'm speaking this out. You might have some deep thoughts that I'll never be good enough as a woman or a man. You might have deep thoughts, I'm a disappointment, I'm the wrong one, I'm confused. where one parent wanted a boy and the other wanted a girl. I'll never be able to please people. I should be a boy. I should be a girl. They feel unaccepted. They feel sad, angry, and resentful in relationships. They cannot accept themselves in relationships. They feel dissatisfied in life. They don't know what is expected and don't know what to receive in relationships. Sometimes they're happier alone. They have just a really they have a deep rooted fear of being a disappointment. So the good news is I made this breathwork guided download for wrong sex births. And just know that you and I are perfect just as we are. We came in exactly the way that we were supposed to come in. And this guided session is to help you release anything that's holding you back. This will work on a cellular level. This is why I'm so passionate about breath work. Breath work is one of the fastest ways. Our breath, just from breathing, and it's one of those things you have to experience it to really know what I'm saying. But you will feel in the session, if you don't feel enough, by the end of the session, you will feel enough as a man or as a woman. If you have a big disappointment in coming out and doing what it is that you came here to do, give this session a few tries and work with this. And eventually, you're going to be able to move into what you came here to do. So, this is why it's so important for us to go back to our conception, our womb experience, and what happened at our birth to help unlock anything that is holding us back and keeping you from being who you truly are. So you can get this download. You can go to breathewithkimberlyrose.com or go to the link in my bio and click on birth series. I have made individual breathwork downloads for every single birth, C-section, forceps, cord around the neck, you name it. So for today, this is the wrong sex breathwork download. And please let me know how it goes. All my love.